Welcome to a brand new musky season here on Burnin 8s. The northern zone of Wisconsin has opened, so we are in the Green Bay area this weekend, and we got a little bit later start than we wanted to. We had some storms and rain pushing through, so here we are it's about 5:30 and we're ready to go. So we're looking forward to this weekend. We'll see what we can get into. It's going to be a lot different conditions than last year. We've got way cooler water temps, and the air temp isn't going to be quite as hot either. So we're going to see what we can figure out here. Expecting the fish to be in a little bit different setup than what we experienced last year. So we're going to do some casting here and get to work. See what today brings. All right, boat's officially launched. It's going to be tough to match what we did last year with 245s and a 50, 6 fish total for the weekend. But there's only one way to find out. We're off the water after 7.5 hours of fishing. Raised 2 fish. I had them up in the morning, and both were around that 40-inch mark. So we had some action, but nothing in the net yet. But we've done some talking to some of our fellow fishermen, and then just by watching, and it seems like these fish are definitely having some feeding windows around the moon time. So in between overhead and then set this morning. So we're off the water, and we're gonna kind of take a break here, probably get a little sleep in, and then head back out for the moon time tonight, and then try to fish as long as we can as the plan. So we will see you in a few hours. Well, we were back in the truck, and we had 0 action tonight. So we saw 2 that hit the net, but we didn't have anything going. So we pulled off another 3.5, 4 hours of fishing, and we're gonna regroup for tomorrow morning. So this morning we wanted to be out about 4 a.m. Didn't work out with the rain, so we're gonna try that in this morning coming up here. So we'll see if that makes the difference. It seemed like there was a morning window from what we experienced, and then just looking around and seeing what else was caught. So we'll be back in the morning and give her a go. It's 4 a.m. It's go time. There's one. Got him. Still on? Turn the camera on. Where is he? There we go. On the board, opening weekend. Oh, it's hard to see. Yeah, hard to see. This water is stained. It's dirty, I mean. There. On the crane.
turn.
On the crane crankbait too. Nice looking fish. $42.5. 42.5?
Yeah. Nice fish on the crankbait.
Yeah.
Twitching it on the 8. Second turn, she turned and nailed it.
Well, there. We're on the board. Finally.
Yeah, got the monkey off the back for
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, exactly. 11 hours of fishing yesterday. Just over 11, and now we're... What time is it? 5:30?
Yeah,
5:30, so about 10 minutes after sunrise, that fish. And that crane, 6-inch crankbait, it's kind of been a producer for us as far as even just throughout the season, twitching that. And yesterday, I had those 2 fish up, twitching that crankbait, so we got to keep going. Can't stop now. So Jake got that fish while we were working over a flat here in 4 to 5 feet of water. We had been on it a few times yesterday, hadn't had any action on it, but come back to it here right in the morning and pop one right away. Alright, so it's been a while since you last heard from us, so let's kind of recap the day here. So Jay caught that 42.5 right off the bat. We fished for a few more hours and had no action, so we pulled off, took a break, and we decided to do some exploring. And we wanted to just check out some new water, some new areas, and try to learn some new things about possible spots to fish here. So that's what we did, and we came back late afternoon then, about 5 o'clock, started fishing where we had started this morning, and we fished till about 10 p.m. tonight. So another 5 hours of fishing. Jake raised one big fish. That was right at sunset on top water. So we had little action, but nothing hit the net. Still, we were on the water fishing, and that's a good thing, and it was a beautiful day. So we've been hearing of some very big fish that have been getting caught recently, including late this afternoon and into tonight. So we're still motivated. We're still looking for that big fish. So with that being the case, we're going to be up early, hopefully on the water by 4 a.m. So we'll see you then. They're fat this year.
Pretty one. Nice thick fish on the 8 again, same bait, crane bait. Just twitching that thing and hit it on, I don't know, 3rd or 4th turn, so that was fun.
Well, there we go. Number 2 for the weekend. Probably about what, 34?
Yeah.
34 incher or so. So it's 5:40 Monday morning here. And we got out about 4 a.m. Nothing up until this point, and just been moving down river here. And lost a couple degrees of water temp overnight, but we got a front rolling in this afternoon. It's looking like, so some pretty good chance of rain coming through, and it could be quite a bit. So we're gonna keep fishing out ahead of this here and see if we can't get a bigger one to go. All right, just to touch on some of the gear and the setup that we're using, because we get a lot of questions either through comments on YouTube or Instagram messages that want to know what we're using. And so the 2 fish that Jake caught so far, they've been on the 9-foot KS Tackle Salt Stick, the swap model. So works good for bucktails, topwaters, twitching crankbaits, pretty much anything. The other model is the Shock and Awe, which is the extra heavy power, and that's more for bigger baits like bulldogs, medusas, stuff like that, and throwing bigger blades. That's what we use it for. So also that's paired up with the Shimano 400 HG Tranks, and then he's using 80-pound Power Pro with 100-pound Stealth Tackle fluorocarbon leader. So that's the setup that those fish were caught on. Big one. Oh, that's a nice one. Such a good run for that. Well, there was one big one we were looking for. But there's another one. Oh, that hurts. Got him all clustered up. Yeah, I saw that thing head shake.
Yeah, you see that thing was wallowing?
Uh-huh. You know they're big when they do that. All you see is,
Then finally it just dove down.
like the big ones do. Dang it. Well, opening weekend of 2019 for the Northern Wisconsin zone is officially in the books for us. We got cut short because of some rain that moved into the area as we were expecting. You can likely still hear it falling right now, but we could not match what we did last year. We knew it was going to be extremely tough. Last year was 6 fish in the net, 2 over 45 and 1 was a 50, and it's a weekend we will never forget. But this year we still managed to put some fish into the net, and we missed that opportunity at that big one, but it didn't work out, and that's how she goes sometimes. So when they come and pin like that, you just got to shrug it off and keep casting, because that's all you can do. So we experienced a lot of different conditions this year. I mean, water temps were 10 degrees cooler than they were in 2018, and things just seemed to be a little bit more behind. So it caused us just to, think outside the box and try to hunt these fish a little bit differently. And it's all part of the chase, though. That's what we love doing. So trying to figure these fish out and get them to the net. I mean, altogether, it sounded like a fairly successful opener. I mean, talking to some of our friends and other guys, the caliber and size of fish that were hitting the net was impressive. And what better way to start out your season than to at any given cast put a giant into the net, and that's what you can do here, and that's why we look forward to coming here. So it's always fun, and we're happy to be fishing muskies again. So this is officially the first brand new episode of 2019 for Burnin 8's muskie season. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it and the footage. We've implemented a few new camera angles that hopefully bring you guys more into the action, especially boat side. So, and one final note that we'd like to make is that this was filmed on Memorial Day weekend, and we can never forget, and we'll never forget, those that made the ultimate sacrifice to give us the freedom to do this and so much more in this nation. That concludes this episode. We gotta thank you guys for watching. We truly appreciate it. We'll see you next time.